But it's because we wrote down our values, because we held to those values, that we are who we are. So I'm going to read, I'm not a good public reader. I'm a good public speaker, kind of. I'm not a good public reader. I was that kid in class that the teacher called on me, when I read a paragraph. I'd be all shaky and nervous and scared and get red in the face and stutter and all that. So if you'll bear with me here, I'm going to read you the Constitution and Declaration of ViSalus leadership. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all of humankind should have an opportunity to pursue life, health, and prosperity. That the foundation of ViSalus community will be based on these commitments, principles, declarations, as we create security for all our members. The 6 commitments to the ViSalus community are: 1, we are not the owners of, but rather the nurturers of the commitments, principles, and declarations. Meaning we as corporate staff are not the owners of this community, we are the nurturers of this community. Commitment 2, we are committed to scientific excellence and will always create the highest quality products backed by the greatest scientific research available. This is prior to Neuro. This is prior to any of the products in Body by Vi. This is the day that we got the BiPAC in our hands that we wrote that. Think about holding us accountable to these commitments 6 years to the date after we wrote this. And hearing Audrey Sommerfeld's speech earlier, have we not held to that commitment? Commitment number 3. It is our duty to be transparent to our distributors, for they are the heart of our cause. You know, how often do I hope that if anything you guys say that we are the most transparent company you've ever heard of, period. Commitment number 4. We are committed to the prosperity of our distributors and will always seek to align ourselves with the point of view of our distributors, therefore constantly improving our systems and tools on his and her behalf. You know, the various tools that we've innovated in the past year are certainly a part of that commitment. You know, the Success from Home magazine, ViNet, some of the mobile things that we're doing. Certainly, if I were to grade myself on holding to that commitment, I would say that we've done a very good job on that. Commitment number 5. We're committed to our customers, and we'll do everything within our power to govern the experience of our customers. Such commitment is demonstrated by our policy. Oh, sorry, I messed up. Such commitment is demonstrated through our 100% risk recourse policy and our strict distributor policies and procedures. And it's interesting because we were focused on the customer early on, and think about how we've innovated and literally changed the entire nature of an industry because of our customer focus, not just our distributor focus. A lot of companies, they forgot that customers were good for business. You know, it's true, right? All they want to do is sign up everybody to be salespeople. And one of the mottos that we have now is let distributors be distributors and let customers be customers, right? And you guys have seen that firsthand for those of you who have had success with the challenge. Commitment number 6. We will lead our industry through constant technological innovation in support of our distributor partners. Have we not done that in the launch of our new ViNet application, the mobile things that we're doing, and the stuff that we're rolling out over the next few months here, particularly the mobile applications that we're rolling out in Cincinnati? You know, we're really going to make some big changes to this industry. And so we've held, I would say, I'd give ourselves a very high grade in holding accountable to these commitments. And then we made some declarations. Now, you guys will be able to pull this off the website, and you guys can read it for yourself, so I won't read you every word. But it's interesting, because we wrote this, and this hasn't been modified or edited since the day we wrote it. And we've held true 100% to it. In fact, in the LA office, if you guys have ever been to our Los Angeles office, on the walls hangs this Constitution, and it's signed by all of the founding distributors that participated in it. So, meaning the folks that agreed to these values and said that we're going to work toward these values. In fact, we would not even be here today had the Constitution not bound us together as a team through the Great Recession that we experienced, and through the ups and downs that we've been through as a result of the economic times. This Constitution held our original founders together. And when I say founders, I don't mean just myself, Nick and Blake. I mean the 3 of us, our management team, our board of directors, and 100 or so people that signed on the Constitution when we launched the company. One of the things that I thought was interesting, and I'm not going to read them all here, but seeing what happened in Egypt and realizing that that this uprising occurred, these individuals, they wanted freedom, they wanted the ability to be able to express their views. They were sick of oppression, they were sick of being held down, of being slandered and considered inferior amongst their brothers and sisters throughout the Middle East and so forth. And I think about this, and I see this, and I think to myself, how big will the ViSalus cause be when we have millions of people literally marching on behalf of each other, marching on behalf of changing the education system, marching on behalf of eradicating children's hunger, eradicating children's obesity, eradicating education-related health problems that are occurring left and right. Think about that. When we have millions of people unified toward one cause, and that is just to better people across the globe, whether they be in country A or country B, or they belong to religion A or religion B, or whatever the case is, knowing that we together stand for this is what I ask you to hold me accountable to. When people say, what are you going to do when you're 35, Ryan? Blake, that's 5 years from now. A little less from here. We've been doing this 6 years. I think that's long enough to know that we're going to be doing this for a lot longer. But I thought to myself, we're the ones that are going to lead this revolution. We're the ones that are going to lead this industry. We're the ones, meaning us, ViSalus. We're the ones that are making change. We're the ones creating revolution. All they're doing is applying old thinking and old thinking and old thinking to an industry that has new problems right now. And we are the ones that are going to take charge and lead this industry toward authenticity, toward transparency, and toward really creating the value that it was designed to do. That is what ViSalus is going to do. And you guys are a huge part of that. Think about when I was watching I've been on the road a lot lately, and I finally got to the root of how the Egypt uprising occurred. And there was a Google executive that was detained through security, if you guys recall, and next thing you know, he's out there, tweeting and using social media to get people involved. And next thing you know, the government's shutting down the use of Twitter, and then Google hacks together. I don't know if you know the story. A service where you can call a number or leave a voicemail message, and it will tweet on your behalf. I don't know if you guys know this. The government tried to oppress all communication, and then the Google engineers put together something so if you could dial a telephone number in Egypt, you could communicate on Twitter and the social networks. An uprising occurred through the use of modern-day communication tools that were created by this generation you see on the stage here. And we have the opportunity to do the same in an industry that does $118 billion a year in direct sales and impacts millions of lives. So I call to you today to be a citizen of ViSalus and create that uprising. This Constitution, so important to our values and who we are as a company. When we were thinking to ourselves, how are we going to be an international citizen? How are we going to really embrace Canada as our gateway to internationalization? How are we going to do that? We thought to ourselves, well, there'd be no better way than to have our Canadian brothers and sisters sign on their own Constitution. That one day when you're retired, whenever that is, 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, you'll be able to say, I signed on that Constitution. And as a student of history, imagine if you were one of the original signers onto the Canadian Constitution or the American Constitution. You're able to proudly say, that you were one of the people on the ground in Egypt that literally changed the regimes, not because of war or because of violence, but because of a cause toward human dignity and human freedom. That's what we stand for.